Welcome everybody to episode 39 in my speed build series. In today's build we are building a, not family home, but like a house. Well, it's not really a family home because there aren't any kids' rooms in here. It's just like it just has like one master bedroom and also just one bathroom. For this house, I don't really know which category I could put it. I mean, it's definitely like a modern house, at least from the outside. From the inside, it's kind of mid-century inspired. Again, I'm just throwing around this term, hoping it's correct. Well, at least what I typed in for my Pinterest inspiration was mid-century stuff, kind of. So this house has really big windows everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but in the downstairs area, and there's like this kind of open space for like half of the second floor, and there are really big windows as well. In the downstairs area there's a kitchen. Well, it's like an open kitchen, living room concept, and upstairs there's also like a desk and as I said, living room and also like dining room. Downstairs and upstairs there's going to be the master bed. Well, not the master bedroom, there's only one bedroom, so the bedroom, I guess, and a bathroom as well. So for this kitchen, this looks like the process of building this was so messy. I changed my mind so many times, but I cut most of that out. But I had this inspiration picture with like these windows above the cabinets, and I really liked how that looked, so I was trying to recreate it. It worked out kind of good. I don't know, I really like how the kitchen turned out in the end, but like the process, during the building process, it looks kind of weird. And also it just doesn't really look like my picture that I used for inspiration, but that's fine. In general, I went for green, gray, black, in this room also orange colors, but it's a lot. This build is really, really wood heavy, if that makes sense. As I said, it's kind of a mid-century vibe, at least that's what I get from this build. I'm going to move the stairs over later as well. For some reason it was so annoying. Every time I placed something in the kitchen, I had move objects on, and every time I placed something in the kitchen, the cabinets would like glitch and I had to replace them. But and also if you watch my last speed build, you are familiar with these wooden slates. I feel like I'm going to use them in a lot of builds now that I've found them in my catalog, because I did use them on the club as well. And for this build I'm going to use them in a lot of places. So there is a fireplace as well in this build, and a little seating area. There isn't like a real TV, but I'm going to add the Into the Future projector thingy later on. And I think in previous builds I said that I wasn't going to use as many stripes and checkered patterns anymore. Here we are with another checkered pattern, but I think this build is otherwise this build is really not that pattern heavy. And also the light in this room is kind of weird right now and kind of off. It's going to get better, I promise. And also I don't know what my attempt with this bookshelf was. I just placed it down, and I'm going to change that one later on. As I said, this build is like a lot of my builds, work in progress, like right now. But in the end, like the end product is really good. Well, I'm really satisfied with the end product. I don't know if it's really good, but I mean, I also feel like I could have put some more furniture in the downstairs area, which I kind of didn't. I mean, I am going to add some more stuff as of right now, but like in the end. And I also really need to get some new CC lamps, because I'm kind of sick of seeing those that I am placing in this build right now. And while building, I was kind of sick of it. So there's like a little desk area here, but this is not the main desk. There's going to be one under the stairs later on with a little computer area. I think I haven't said anything about outside. I was actually in the beginning planning to go for like a completely different, well, not completely, but a kind of different vibe with this house. My pronunciation again today is kind of horrible. We're just going to ignore that. But for the outside I went for a modern garden, and there's going to be a pool later on as well. As you can see right now, I'm in the upstairs area, and the smaller room is going to be a bathroom, but the floor plan is going to change a little bit because I wanted to have a walk-in shower and the bigger room with the windows facing, I think, the town. Well, definitely the town, but I think the island where the main town is located on. Yeah, I was just checking if my voice recording was still going, but it is. For this bathroom, I went for this pattern, which I think in my previous mid-century build, I called this the mid-century tiles or something. I don't know, but I really liked using it in this build, and I know it's really, like, it looks like a lot of, I always want to say freckles, but like a lot of stuff going on the walls and on the bathroom floor, but I think in the end it looks really good. Yeah, so this is like the walk-in shower I was talking about. It has like this glass window, and also like this big rain shower head. Is that what it's called in English? I don't know. And I think for the first time I used these glass shelves, basically. I think they kind of looked very expensive in a way. I don't know, I was trying to add more texture with the small details. As you could see, well, not right now, but you were able to see on the soap dispenser, I added like some texture. And I also used some of the paintings that I got. I don't know, it has been months since I've gotten these, but they're kind of still new because I have been like building in this game for like a few months. Well, like except for the last build. But I think I touched upon that in my last speed build, that it has been a while, but it doesn't matter. I also was trying to put in a lot of plants in this build because most of the inspiration on Pinterest, when I typed in like mid-century stuff, or like the Pinterest suggests other pictures that look like the vibe you get from, or like the atmosphere you get from the ones you have saved, and there were a lot of plants. That's what I'm trying to get at. So also I put these hampers, are they called hampers, in, and I thought it was kind of clever to put them under the glass shelves. And yeah, as I said earlier, I'm also going to put in this TV thingy. Did you see the car bed? I was thinking about it. No, so I'm not sure if this bed is actually, I think it looks like a bed that you can like fold in and then becomes a sofa, like a couch. Is that what it's called in English? My language today. I feel like I'm complaining about this in every video. But yeah, I think it looks like that, but that wasn't what I was going for with this build. I wanted to be like high quality, expensive looking, but I really liked how the cushion in the back basically looked like the backboard of the bed. So I went for that, and I also put in a lot of wardrobe space with like these 3 big wardrobes. And yeah, for this room again, I went for kind of a warm vibe. I also put in wooden ceilings later on. Or did I do that already? I don't know. And in the screenshots in the end, you see that it makes like such a difference. I mean, you don't have the comparison in the end, but I think it makes the room so much more cozy. And I also put in a cozy sofa in here, and some more plants. And yeah, I tried to add a lot of light sources that are different, and I put the intensity to really low. Is that what it's called? On I think almost all of the lights, because it just made everything look so much more cozy, atmospheric, whatever. And I also put in a lot of bookshelves. Well, not a lot, but more than I usually put, because I really don't like the aesthetic of most of the in-game bookshelves, but I need to get some more CC stuff. But most of these CC bookshelves are empty, and I don't like how that looks, because I'm not going to play like a sim that moves into this house, so I just want the aesthetic for now. Well, maybe at some point, but do you know what I'm trying to get at? So I'm not going to manually put books in these shelves, so I want them to be filled in the beginning. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to put a little desk area downstairs as well. And I try to use like a lot of different light fixtures, because fixtures. I'm having trouble with this word. Doesn't matter. So I don't really know why I put these 2 stools there. It looks like it's like a counseling area or something, but that wasn't what I was originally going for. Yeah, for radiators, not radiation, but for radiators, I put in these modern ones. Yeah, and I replaced the letterbox outside with a more modern one as well. Well, I don't know necessarily modern, but the other one, I think the default one is so ugly. And one of my principles, at least, which was that I need to put in a recycling bin into like all of my builds. I did do that in this one, but I kind of, towards the end, I noticed that I kind of missed out on one of my other principles, which is putting in music boxes everywhere. I only put a music box outside in, well, it's not really like a patio, but there's going to be like a little seating area outside, and next to the grill I'm going to put a music box. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, so as I said, there's a pool as well. I don't know about the concrete like wall and flooring of the pool, but I think for this build I like it. Usually I don't really like it because it doesn't really look fresh. Like the water doesn't look fresh. But yeah, also kind of ironic. While building this pool area, I was listening to a kind of watching it, but for the most part listening to a documentary about the Costa Concordia, which was like a ship, like a cruise ship that sank like a few years ago. I think it's kind of ironic that it was building a pool while listening to that. I don't know. The entertainment that I'm using while building is wild. Like the range of stuff is wild. While editing, I was watching like video essays on on several stuff. But like it's so random, the topics that I pick. It's because I usually watch stuff on my watch later list on YouTube, and the range of videos that I consume is so like there's like such a wide range, not wide as in there's like a lot of different types of videos. Yeah, what was my point with that? Yeah, that it's so random, and I usually just like let those videos play through, as I said, while editing or while filming. So yeah, it's always wild. Yeah, I also put like a lot of plants next to this little waterfall thingy, like potted plants, and I also put in these lights on a string. I don't know what these are called, and I use them in a lot of my builds as well. Yeah. I also did put, like I said, it's such a concrete heavy build, but I feel like it kind of looks good. I mean, I'm satisfied with the end result. It was like I didn't really plan anything for this. I did put like together a Pinterest board, but I had no idea how this build was going to turn out because the vibes from my Pinterest board, like I said, were mid-century, but they were kind of all over the place as well. And oh my god, did I use those wooden slates again? Ooh, who would have thought? But I think this is the last time I'm going to use them in this build. And yeah, as I said, a lot of potted plants here as well. And there's going to be like a grill there and like a little seating area. And it's kind of down to put a tablecloth outside, but I think I did that in a previous build as well. At least one, but I think probably more. Yeah, but I think it looked so good. And then I used some stripes again because I love using stripes. And I also put these what are these called? I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. Yeah, anyways, these seating stuff, these stools. And I did use this bouquet of flowers in different variations, I think 3 times in this house, which is a thing that I'm trying to avoid usually, but it just looked so good. It's my favorite bouquet because it's so big and you can like change the colors of the pot and of the leaves, which is a rarity, and I love doing that. Yeah, I also put some plants in the back. I don't really know why I put this little wall in the back, but it's not a wall. What is it called? Half wall. Anyways, but it does separate the house from the mountain a little bit. You can't really see it, but there's like, well, mountain is kind of an overkill. It's more like a hill. And I think I do need to go back into the world editor, because as you are able to tell probably, the lot is not like 100% connected with the street. There's so much stuff I need to fix in this world. If you're not aware of it, I didn't build this world. It's like a altered Sunset Valley map that I did like almost a year ago. and I made so many mistakes while doing that. And I also need to fix some of the builds that I did before that are on my channel. So yeah, anyways, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to fix that at some point. Yeah, I also did this little UV protection thingy and a little seating area, like another seating area because there weren't enough. Yeah, down here as well. And that is the speed build almost done. I also did an outside carpet, which is a thing that I usually never do, but under the protection thingy it couldn't really get destroyed by the weather. But yeah, that is this build done. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.